In a 6-man roster, you have the ability to change around. And so today we get to see Gash on the Jet.
Can't wait to see it then. Honestly, also, the Killjoy on this map is always this cool agent to get to talk about just because of how she kind of builds into the composition and what she is really used for. It's more, distractions or pulling people out of power positions. So it really combos well with the Viper that Cray is bringing here for Tenstar. But let's see how
No
it's
Sova too. That's the only part that worries me, is not having the Sova means you're going to have to rely on Brody like tenfold. I mean, both teams have got the flashes, they've got the Viper because, it's absolutely criminal not to bring a Viper on Breeze these days. But no Sova. We'll see how it works for them when it comes to intel. But here we go. Let's kick it off under the pistol.
All right, quick off with a push here, the pistol, but things slowing down. The recon bolt is giving information, and that's the positive of having the Sova to just stop these sorts of pushes and get the information that is oh so necessary for BDS to react. Classic at distance, and the ding from Logan will come in. There's Brody down, and that's the intro that BDS needed.
Well, looks like we'll have both of these teams a little bit slow here on the pistol. Some teams like to go quite aggressive to begin with, show their dominance to kick it on off, but this is a very, very important game. If you guys aren't aware, this is, of course, the main event, the quarterfinals of the main event, and they'll be qualifying for the EMEA playoffs, Masters Berlin, for those who aren't aware. There's only 2 spots available for this, so you want to get on in. It's only the 2 teams in the grand finals to make it.
So Polvi able to take down Getza, opening up the site, but there's still a Viper in the back, and they're going to need to push the cost out of this power position. He's looking all around. He's doing a bit of damage, but Polvi will go for the finisher again. Trey and Polvi, Trey just doing work, leaving only the Cypher alive, and Trey will go for the finisher on the Viper. That is round 1 taken for the attackers, which of course is no surprise for anybody on Breeze.
Tenstar had a great showing against Heretics, and Breeze being one of those maps where, yeah, okay, you expect a team to do pretty well on the attacking side, but wrong. If you're a Tenstar fan, historically, they do really poorly on the attacking side, which is uncharacteristic to the map. They actually have a super, super solid defensive side, but today is not about repeating historics or history. It's about making new ventures here, and they are not the favorites going into this matchup, Milosh.
Definitely not. Now, the Bulldog for Polvi is in mid, and you see how BDS are trying to push up together, one behind the other. The Frenzy at the front, just leading the charge, and you're going with no shields whatsoever. So, pure pistols here for BDS with whatever they can afford. And Tenstar are expecting some aggression, which is why they're playing long angles with rifles. Even with the Bulldog, you're going to be able to do so much damage. You're not expecting the Frenzy to do much. You've got full shields, full HP on the side, and a little turret has been deployed just in case. Tenstar not finding out either. They're going to fall back, and recalling all the util here for the Killjoy. They're going to eye out that A site to go through there, and it might just be the perfect setup, but they're going to need to go fast because look at the rotation from the Jet and Sova on the other side.
They have the weaponry for this, Milosh. This is the good thing. They're going up against pistols, and they have everything they need to be able to take pyramid control as they burst out onto site. The Cypher wants to be able to get the plan down, but as Polvi bites hard with the Bulldog, it means that they get the entry that they're so looking for. Unfortunately for Roden, however, that flash doesn't net the kill they're looking for. Shotgun in hand, but he's only got 2 bullets to play with. Stanley, he'll be the one to put the bullet into the final seconds of this round, and not unexpectedly, round 2 will go into the hands of Tenstar. You would expect that when you're getting into the second round, of course. After winning your pistol, you get the SMGs to work with, but I think there's a few people that missed out on the map vetoes, and whilst we have this nice picturesque view here from our beautiful observer Haribo, shout out to him, he's been a great addition to the team. It's a reminder, BDS banned Split, Tenstar banned Bind, map number 1, of course, Breeze, where we are right now, map number 2 will be Haven, and map number 3 will be Icebox.
Right. Map number 3, a possibility, but it might mean a 10-star win on map 1 here, Breeze. So, Gats checking out, making sure there's nobody getting aggressive here through mid from Tenstar, but it looks like the push has already gone through. Polvi has gotten so deep into sight, he's able to even put pushes on his opponents in spawn, but Takas will turn around, get one kill just before he gets down by Brody. Stanley's taking down Logan in the meantime, and Sova's down. Rodin is actually going to get aggressive here, which is really unexpected, maybe waiting for his teammates to get into position, but this is given enough time for Tenstar to deal with him and get that info that is also necessary. The Jet finally going down here, or taking down Stanley on the other side, leaving the Cypher and the Jet alive. Cray in that little mouse lurking spot. Difficult to pull people out of it. Flash does nothing in this as Gats is pulled away from it at the right time. Tapped from the rat spot. Gats gets one, but it's immediately refragged by Russ on the sky, and Tenstar get a third, breaking the lead.
Nice little momentum here for Tenstar. And if you're a Tenstar fan, you will know that even though they had a really abysmal history on Breeze until they met Heretics the other day, looks like their luck has been shifting. That's why you see them go to Breeze. So if you're thinking about old Tenstar on Breeze, clear your mind about it. They are a new reinvigorated team when it comes to Breeze, and everything that they've been putting down shows that they're looking to change what they'll usually show and get another win under their belt.
So, smoke down mid to allow Polvi to go in his position by double doors, because what have we been seeing from BDS? Players getting aggressive on their own, and they're trying to pressure through the spawn before an aggressive play can be made. But looks like A, again, is the direction of where Tenstar will go. Rodin, though, is just holding down a fort. Down Polvi. Akuma losing to Russ, and now Rodin down to Stanley. The site is wide open, and there will the plant go. Logan trying to do some damage as Brody is watching the rotations from spawn through to mid. Nobody can pass through double doors unless he's taken out. The dink, the double shot from Logan, and Brody goes down on the Killjoy. So much damage that has already been done to the Sky, and you got the Sova and the Viper last alive. Now, what can Russ do in this position? Cray should be able to give out information. Takas is using whatever util he can. Russ instantly taken down, but Cray firing back. That's what you're looking at. Logan in a 1v2, he has the choice. Will he save or not? Might be looking for exit frags here, but Tenstar are not going to give him the opportunity. They're hiding back. Logan is spotted. The information will be given here, and he's going to fall back. The smart choice, if you ask me, in this position. Keep a rifle, set yourself up for the future, and that is another round for Tenstar.
Unlucky round there for BDS. That might have been the opportunity for them to be able to sway the momentum back into their favor. We always talk about waiting until you've got money to work with. Well, BDS, now they have that. Gatch is finally going to be able to get the operator in hand, and money looks worse for wear, so that means they really need to win this round. You're looking over to the side of Tenstar. They've got cash to splash, and that means that they'll be able to full buy here, and this is going to be one of the, I guess, more telling rounds as to how this matchup is going to go, at least on this very first map. Does BDS have what it takes to be able to win at least one defensive round here, now that they have the weapons to work with? But it sounds like a Viper's Pit might have gone out, and that's going to be a lot of ultimates available for the attackers here of Tenstar.
It was used, I believe, by Takas there just to slow things down in case of a push through B. But what a shot from Russ. Polvi landing the operator down mid, and that leaves a site open again. There is Gats, though, an operator himself. We might be seeing a lockdown here. It's going to be forced back. The Sky going down. A good shot for Gats. He's looking for more to peek around him. He gets the second onto Cray. Good reaction and good flick there. And there it is, Stanley landing on a Takas. Akuma taking down Brody, though, in the meantime. And finally, there will be a miss on Gats' operator. There's the tag on a Polvi. He's going to dive into... Oh, no! He loses it. Great play there with the knives onto Akuma. He's going to dive up and try to take this one-on-one fight against the Jet before any reinforcement can show up. The Cypher is far back. Gats so close to finding the shot. He only needs one. Swings shot into the Cypher to turn it into 1v1. Polvi is half HP. He still has... Oh! No! He pulls out the operator and wins it. Polvi with the 3K to win it out.
Jeez Louise, I said this would be the most telling round as to how the defensive half of BDS would go once they had a full buy, and as you come back to our beautiful faces, or should I say Milosh's beautiful face and his sidekick of JessGOAT, so I'm gonna throw it in here. We will have a pretty dominant first half of the first half here for Tenstar. We did expect it though. I said that if BDS won the first map, you and I were speaking before we jumped into this matchup, I said if BDS win the first map, Tenstar have no chance because their recent performance on Breeze has looked like it's been a breeze for them. So I'm really happy for them because they are zooming their way up the global leaderboard.
Our last round really did get close. We've had a couple close rounds when it comes to full buys on both sides and pushing into A, which is, I mean, as vanilla of a meta that you can think about when it comes to Breeze as it can get, right? Open up that site, go in for a few entries. And once you have that, it is open to plant. However, the plant did not go down in this situation. You're trying to play your best here. It's good from the Jet and the Cypher to kind of come back, but it got instantly shut down with the defense Jet in that case. So still wondering how things will kind of go forward. I've been liking this from BDS. Just I don't know what you think about it, where they kind of double up together when they're pushing in through mid. So I'm wondering what more things could happen because it hasn't really been doing much for the team, right?
My problem with Breeze as a map is that for the most part, like I'm thinking of like multiple different maps where like mid, like think of Ascent, where mid is like mid control is so important. And then I think to Breeze and I think to myself, well, yeah, mid's important, but I actually don't think it's important for the early round. I think mid's important for the mid to late round, especially if rotates come in, you're looking for the flank cut, go down to beach, for example, and that's where a lot of the players will stick for those kind of flank watches, etc. So I don't think that mid is as needed, as necessary as other maps, but there are teams that really like to get an early pick from there. That's why you almost always see the operator come zooming out from the duelist there of the Jet player for the most part. And it's good if they can get a pick. It's good if they can try and have that pick. But I don't think necessarily in the mid to late round you need to hold it unless you're a defender, for example, trying to cut that sort of, debate from B to A or A to B. And I think for BDS right now, they're being tested on their capacity to not have enough intel as to what's going on. And of course, they tried a little bit of a pinch push there and it didn't end up working out for them appropriately. So a little bit more coordination from BDS will do them well, I think. And less about trying to take power positions and more about being able to get some of the good retakes happening, especially without a Sova.
Yeah, that is exactly what I was going to mention. Like without the Sova, you need some information to come out. And unfortunately, the Cypher just has not been able to give the info. And I'm not really sure why in this case.
His cameras are set up really passive aggressively, I think, rather than aggressively. So the Cypher's good. I like Cypher and Breeze. There's a lot more teams who are taking Cypher these days. I just think that defensively, it's not really going to work for them. And I think on attack, we'll see a lot more success from them. At least that I hope. But for now, I know we're about 5 rounds in and we haven't given you back the game screen. But I think, Milosh, we might have to go to just a short little break possibly.
Yeah, it seems like it. Trying to get to the info on what's going on here. Again, as you said, it is a technical issue that's happening. So once we get it all fixed, then we'll be back for the actual match. But then it's still Tenstar in the lead in this game. And Jess, I can't wait to see it continue. I think this might go to a map 3. It all hangs in the balance for Tenstar. They might be able to upset, but that's in just a bit. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. A very quick technical break here to make sure that all is set and ready to go. I'm Milosh, with me is Jess, and we're going to continue through things here with Tenstar versus BDS. And Tenstar, they go quick and fast in this one. Rodent on the sky, instantly taken down, and that's a great entry.
Yeah, absolutely. Multiple ultimates on both sides. I mean, think about the neural theft that BDS can play with here, especially mid to late round should they want to. Of course, that is available for Tenstar as well. You can see those Blade Storm in the hands of the Jet. That can do some serious damage. And that is the damage that BDS need to do. They don't have a single defensive round so far. And as Brody is skirting around window, it'll be Logan underneath. ratting around, lurking, trying to get a pick, and there we go. These are the kind of impact kills we need. The newest addition to the 6-man roster is Gashed, and he's doing wonders.
Oh no, Logan rolling the wrong way at the wrong time. Brody able to take him out and possibly open up B. Yeah, the Killjoy is already on there. You look in mid, that's where the rest of BDS are sitting. Cypher will try to rotate, and there's already a lot of damage done. Because you're more in the save or force buy round, you're kind of gonna rely on whatever ultimates you have, but actually the plant is happening on A. So smart from Tenstar to just split the defense between the two locations, and they're gonna have a great advantage in this, locking down the defense in position. Brody now through spawn takes down Takasa and the Viper, and it leaves 2 alive. And look at how low that Jet is on HP. Akuma from behind, great shot on the Brody, but how will that help you? There it is, going up with a neural theft, and yes, he will. A good shot though from Stanley. Gorenelt himself, Gat's going in for a shot. He's on 32 HP as he swings wide. It's Stanley to take him out. Great headshot, even penetration shot. 6th round for Tenstar.
I have to say this is looking really dire for the side of BDS. And if you're wondering, this is not just viewing Tenstar right now and their domination against BDS. Yes, some of the rounds have been extraordinarily close, but I'm going to batten down the hatches again and really run home the fact that historically Breeze has been a very defensive map for the side of Tenstar. To do so many rounds on their attack shows me not only have they improved, not only are they getting better, but Breeze is a fearsome map for them, and clear that they're going to walk away with quite a lot of rounds in this first half.
It is definitely unusual to hear a team is just way more comfortable on defense on Breeze, but that's how it works in this case. Maybe a lot of more damage can be done on the opposite end even, but Polvi finding Gas is looking the wrong way, but Roden with a great refrag onto Cray, making sure that at least numbers are equalized despite losing the oh-so-important Jet with the operator.
No ultimates to play with here, and I don't know how close multiple of these players are. Straight through the cage is going to be Stanley. They have no idea he's made his entrance, but now they do. Was that a flash as well? Nice. Logan, he's going to be having the skirts of the lurk, and well, as a result, he gets gifted, but Logan is the only one that is able to hold down on that side at the moment. The rest are rotating because I think they know it's a bit of bait and switch right now, and the Killjoy will move up towards mid to see if there's any damage she could do as Akuma is over towards spawn.
Can you find Logan here on the rotation? Oh, you found him and you got the kill. Russ, great shot, which will open up whichever site really Tenstar wants to go through. They will have the opportunity to split the 2 players. That's exactly what they're going to get. Oh no, the Cypher in the wrong spot, but a good shot from Roden to take down Polvi, slowing things down as the spike has been dropped just as it's being ferried. Off the site, Roden with another to make it a 3, but Russ will complete it at the end, taking down Roden. Tenstar continue the streak at 7 rounds in a row. Ooh. BDS calling the timeout. Time for it.
I was going to say 2 rounds ago, probably would have called the timeout, maybe. I mean, that's a very early timeout, but it just looked like they were letting it run away from them, and now 7 rounds in a row lost. That's when I start to call something's going wrong. And I know that, was it Tenstar? I can't remember which team it was that you and I had casted during, the qualifiers for this, essentially, and we had sat there and said, look, there was teams that when they get to a position that their usual strategies aren't working, they just go crazy. They'll start throwing operators to omens. They'll start, pushing really aggressively, rushing site, using all their util in the first 15 seconds. If what you're doing right now, BDS, on your defensive half is not working, then what's the problem with trying something crazy? Because even if that doesn't work, it still doesn't change the outcome here for the first half of a domination of Tenstar on their attacking half. I hope this timeout has done wonders, and that they were able to get a few words in, especially from their support staff, because everything has to change. Even the close rounds, they aren't locking them out.
Well, how can they turn this around? And you talk about close rounds. A lot of these have just ended up in a one-man show, one-person show. They're trying to save the day for the team, and it gets close, but they could never really get that edge that is oh so necessary. Gat's not gonna lie, that crosshair really puts me off every time I see it. But let's see how it goes. Polvi with the smoke out, and Roden will fish. There's a bit of support on the side. It's gonna force Roden back to a bit of damage here. And what a shot from Polvi. Almost getting the second. Behind him is Cray. Collects Gats. Can he find the shot? Yes, he can. Takas on to Cray. Viper on Viper here. Polvi can't updraft and see what he can find.
No, Brody!
Brody's so close. He's been hitting shots today, but this is just not the one. Takas looking to find Polvi. And there it is. Finally, the finisher on the Viper. Nothing to support her there. Spike is planted. You're 4v2. And what do the Cypher and the Sky have? They have a Guardian. Might be something worth saving in the future, but it's just not going to happen here.
Is it worth saving now? Now that you're being pinched from two directions, where do you go?
Just backs against the wall, Jess.
You know what? It's like a sandwich. That makes me really hungry, but right now Akuma is in a Breeze sandwich, and it is not as hot as it sounds. Polvi, he'll get his third for this round. And that is a nice first half here for Polvi, because you and I had casted a Tenstar best of 3 already. And in that particular best of 3, Polvi had a really slow start to this series. There was a couple of people in the community calling out saying, what's going on with Polvi? And we just said at the end when we finally got into the latter maps that he was just saving himself for the exciting third map to come. So when he is on his game, he is on. It is very visible. And today is one of those on days.
Yep, Tenstar played Team Queso in the open quals, and they got so close, but not close enough. Control finally gets going to be able to take down Brody. That is an entry that you finally can get and be happy with. Just a bit of damage done to the Jet, so you're going to feel good about taking down Brody from Tenstar. Yep, Polvi, can you find anybody at the other end of the cave? Double pyramid, you know that there's one just behind, and Gas is watching. He won't be spotted for now. There you go. Spirit is in, and Gats will take down Stanley, slowing things down. Even more damage done to him, but he's done the work already. Akuma will take down Polvi. That is 5v2. Huge advantage for BDS.
Last player standing.
Even though there's a bit of an advantage now, they have the 5v1. This is such a good round for BDS to be able to flip the momentum, albeit very late on into this first half. And of course, they've only got a few more rounds until we're going to flip and go back to the pistols, and they themselves will be able to display whether they have a good attacking half. For those wondering, if we take away the Yenders game, which was not very good from BDS on Breeze, and we just look to the BK Rog one, they didn't do too bad on their attack. So there's an opportunity for them to bring back all of these rounds, but there's a 7 full round buffer here for the side of Tenstar. So if you're a Tenstar fan or player, you're feeling pretty good for the moment.
Definitely should be collecting as many rounds as you can on the attacking side. And as you mentioned earlier, Jess, Tenstar also have a pretty good record on defense on Breeze. So who knows? So much ultimate being used here. Hunter series out. Will collect nobody on the other side. Rodin, though, takes down Colby and Stanley as they move down. Great, finally. Taking one down with him and the Seekers that have been sent his way. Seekers also out from Russ, as every single ult pretty much has been used. Cray is in the middle of his pit as Gats is forced back. Russ might be able to catch up. There's
Russ
the
is
plan.
in such a good position.
This is it. Rodin coming around the corner. Flash is in 2. He's on 25 HP, but he cannot find anybody on the other side, healing up himself. Brody and Rush will get a kill each, and now advantage is on to Tenstar. Logan taking down
One enemy remaining.
In the meantime, looks the wrong way. Rodin, no! Cray to take him out, and it's all on Logan. He's going to take damage in the middle of the pit. He's got to be careful what he does. What a flick onto Cray! But he's so low on health, and this should be the cleanup. Yes, it will be. Russ with a dink and the finisher on the solo of Logan. Russ finishes it up here to make it 9-1, but a bye can still come out of the Indians.
You know what? There was so much investment there, especially if we're looking at the defenders from BDS throwing that Hunter's Fury early, but there was, of course, that nice little lockdown that came in. It encapsulated a lot of the site. It did end up getting destroyed in the last, second or 0.5 seconds, so that was really lucky, but it didn't matter in the end. In that momentum shift that I just spoke about in the previous round, that flawless round from BDS, it seems like it's going to be a sparing thought here on Breeze, as Tenstar show us that win against Heretics on this map was not luck.
There's the peek down in mid. Recon Bolt will reveal that there's Logan on the other side. Gats might be able to do some work here. Look at the lurk position, but no, he's going to be stunned in the meantime. Dashing through the smoke, and Polvi will take him out. That was so well done with this guy, giving all the info necessary. Akuma gets one, but Brody has already taken out
I know
Akuma
exactly
with the turret that had already been deployed. Cypher is going for the neural theft as well. Roden will get one on a Stanley and another one on Polvi just after he shuts down the Viper of the Cause. And a 2v2 is going to get tagged through the box down to 70 HP. There's the flash very quick, but there's no follow-up on it from the Tenstar side. Logan and his teammate Sky are trapped in the middle, but Roden will get the kill. Brody going in for the peek, gets one, flicks for the other. The flash comes out and doesn't do much work here for Roden.
He's out of time.
The turret is doing work in this one. He's got to be careful. Who would have thought the turret would just be doing so much in this one? Roden might just be forcing the death, but it really will not matter on the other side for Tenstar. And there's no time to do anything here. There's the finisher. Brody is down. Roden, despite all the work he's done, is still not enough. And they'll be able to stay at the end of the round with the Vandal in hand for Brody.
What on God's green earth did we just see happen over towards A, Milosh? This is incredible stuff. Brody being able to play the long game rather than the aggressive game. A lot of players don't understand this, that when it comes to a post-plant position like this, and you're in a 1vx or a 1v1 position like this, you can play the aggressive swing or be swung meta, or you can turn around and go, you know what, I have a turret on one side, I can trust it's going to be able to give me the information I need, and I can just dance around the pyramids, and, well, that was like a beautiful little dance we saw from Brody there, and now it means BDS are buying up what they can.
And that means a judge for Cats in this case. You know what? This is probably the perfect position to use it in, but Russ will be able to catch him off. He knows he's around. There's the flash coming out. The smoke will give Cats a bit of help. He's going to find 2 kills just before he gets shut down. This means the site is kind of open. There's still Roden on here. He's taking a bit of damage. He's down to 10 HP. And even being used in this situation. Brody will take him down, and of course he won't be able to lock down anybody at the end of it, but still enough to get that spike down. Stanley going down at the cost with his SMG, and it puts him in a 2v2 situation. Advantage health-wise for BDS in this one, but post-plant positions have already been set up for their opponents of Tenstar, and Takas will have to walk through the wall. Called Brody. Oh no, very ballsy peek there, and the ultimate has been popped. They're gonna need to walk through the pit to do work, but they're getting pings to know exactly where it is. Brody can fire whenever he wants. They're gonna hear that a fuse comes in. Brody down to cost, and there's the pit going down as Brody collects the 4th for the round, and Brody is just on absolute fire today.
Switching sides.
It's not even that Brody is getting like nasty kills, not like you would expect like a duelist on the jet to get really nasty kills. Good shot there from Tax to try around pyramid there, but Stanley, he's been playing around that right pyramid really well, and all of these different replays we have for this first half have been absolutely magical. But I do have to point out that Brody's positioning and understanding, game sense, map positioning, awareness, all of it has culminated into just a beautiful bit of support play for his team. He hasn't been playing that Killjoy too aggressively. As a result, now it means that the aggressive players of his particular lineup there of Polvi are able to do the entry and then allow Brody in the mid to late round to be able to have huge impact. Not that he has the most kills, but he also has the most impact frags as well.
So, there's Roden going out for the check, and there's nobody for him to spot around each corner and through to the boxes. Gas and the rest of the squad of BDS have realized A is open. Let's just go plant and put ourselves in good positions for later. So, let's see how it goes. Information being relayed through as they're going to be able to spot a turret finally taken down at 82 HP. The plant will go down, and how will this retake go? Look at the wide flank that Tenstar are attempting.
Ovi saw that trapwire there as well, so he's going to have to destroy it. It gives away his position. He'll go down. Takis, nice catch onto that one. But Stanley with the ghost in hand. This is going to set a precedent, a little bit of momentum here for either of these teams. And as the trend continues, close end of the rounds, it's going to be all up to Brody. We just hyped the man up exponentially, and he has a 1v3 post-plant position. You can hear the ticker going down, and as Akuma swings, it'll be Brody to fall. And that is yet another round that BDS can try and shift themselves into a winning position. They need it because in only 2 rounds, Tenstar will walk away with map number 1 win and start what we would consider an upset here in the quarterfinals.
Well, you got to fight back through this at 11 rounds in total. You just have to pray that the attack of BDS makes just a couple mistakes, and that's it for map 1. So the pressure is all on BDS in this one. They are favored, but Breeze might be the one that we're expecting. Okay, this is the one that would take it to map 3. Quick peek down through double doors to find anybody going through mid or trying to push through there. A flash around the corner, though, as Takas and the rest of the squad go in, but Takas is just collecting bodies before he goes down to Brody. 3 down, leaving only the Cypher and the Viper alive. A flash comes in, the Cypher is looking the wrong way. Stanley can at least collect him, but it's only for him against the SMGs. Only HP, no armor, no nothing. You don't really have much in the way of shields to work with, of course, with the cash situation. But now, finally, the buy can come up for Tenstar.
Well, there you go, it looks like. BDS fans can sigh with a little bit of relief. Let's not forget that there is a huge margin for error here for BDS. They're going to have to win a considerable amount of rounds in a row. Yeah, okay, maybe you can drop one, but that is not enough to be able to put your mind at ease. And this Tenstar fans are absolutely gleaming because they have had an excellent breeze, as we expected after that Team Heretics match. And they're on the up and up. They're a top 20 team, whereas BDS is a top 10 team, and they're looking to take that position.
So, let's see how it goes here for BDS. They might have found that B side to be open, and they're going to have to make a decision later. There's still quite a bit of time to make a rotation on A if necessary. And in the meantime, though, the jet for Tenstar is going wide for the flank. Might be able to catch off their opponents, but in the meantime, Cray and the rest of the squad here, Tenstar are going in. There's 1 for Rust, but 2 for Takas to take down Rust and Cray on site. Spike is dropped in the meantime, and the Viper Spit will go in. Polvy, what a great shot! Great recoil control. Did land Takas before he can do much work on the side itself. Brody with another one. There he is, finally able to do work with the rifles
enemy remaining.
in hand at it.
Polvy?
They're locking it down. Polvy and Brody. What are they doing? That honestly, that rotation from Polvy on the jet to go all the way around and fight their window, that was so cash money.
Jesus Lord Almighty. Polvy fans are rejoicing out there because that man was inside of window and he's just... It's like a sniper's nest for him. Not a single person could knock him out of that really big power position. And they just kept feeding and feeding. And the moment he was able to knock out Takas, after he'd popped his ultimate in the Viper's Pit, that was such a big pick. So expensive for BDS. And then it just means now that BDS have such a big task ahead of them. This is match point.
They're going to need to buy up every single round. They're going to need to plant pretty much every single round to keep it up. So what can Brody do? Stanley's going to help him out to take down Gats. And they're at least going to be able to pull Brody away for just a moment. Takas taking down Stanley. Finally, he's already done his work on site. And look at that for us! They double up for him, and both Logan and Akuma are down. It's all on Takas. The flash comes in. And there's the finisher for Craig.
Win.
Tenstar 13-3